Hello, beautiful souls. Lately, you might be feeling like something fundamental has shifted within you. Perhaps things that never bothered you before now feel overwhelming. Maybe you've lost interest in things that once seemed so important. You might find yourself more emotional than usual, or experiencing vivid dreams that feel incredibly real. What's happening to me? You might wonder. I don't feel like myself anymore. These thoughts might be swirling through your mind, creating confusion or even concern. But breathe deeply, dear one. What you're experiencing isn't something to worry about. It's actually something magnificently beautiful. These changes are signs that your soul is evolving into higher dimensions of consciousness. Today, I want to share with you the mystical signs of spiritual awakening. You may discover that many of the changes you've been experiencing are actually evidence of your soul's sacred evolution. Understanding awakening your soul's journey home. Spiritual awakening is the process of remembering who you truly are. When we incarnated into this physical world, we temporarily forgot our soul's memories, but those memories weren't erased. They've been sleeping quietly in the depths of your being, waiting for the right moment to resurface. Awakening is when these dormant memories begin to stir. Questions about your true nature, your purpose here, where you came from, and where you're going. These profound inquiries start bubbling up from within your soul. This journey isn't linear, my dear. It's more like ascending a spiral staircase. Sometimes you might feel like you're walking in circles, but you're actually moving steadily upward toward greater awareness. First sign, dramatic changes in sensitivity. One of the earliest signs of spiritual awakening is a profound shift in your sensitivity. You become like a beautiful sponge, absorbing energies and emotions you never noticed before. Music might move you to tears. Natural beauty could overwhelm you with its magnificence. You might find yourself feeling other people's emotions, as if they were your own. Sometimes, just being in crowded places leaves you feeling completely drained. This happens because your energetic field is expanding. Doors in your heart that were once closed are now opening wide, allowing you to receive much more information and energy than before. At first, this might feel confusing or even frightening. Why am I so sensitive now? I never used to be like this, you might think. But please understand, this is a gift. You can now perceive the world's beauty with greater depth and richness. You've developed the capacity to truly understand and empathize with others' pain. This is evidence of your soul's maturation and growth. Second sign, shifting perceptions of time and reality. As your awakening deepens, your relationship with time begins to transform. You might find yourself knowing what time it is without looking at a clock, or consistently being in the right place at exactly the right moment. Synchronicities become frequent visitors in your life. Your dreams might become incredibly vivid and meaningful. During meditation, you might have experiences that feel more real than ordinary reality. Sometimes the boundary between the dream world and waking life seems to blur. This occurs because your consciousness is beginning to access realities beyond our three-dimensional physical world. You're starting to perceive soul time rather than just linear clock time. Past life memories might surface unexpectedly. You could have powerful intuitions about future events. In quiet moments, you might touch eternity within the present instant. Time stops being a straight line flowing from past to future and becomes more like a spiral where everything converges into the eternal now. Third sign, profound shifts in relationships. Spiritual growth almost always brings changes to your relationships. You might notice growing differences between yourself and people you've been close to for years. At the same time, you may be drawn to new souls who seem to understand you on levels you never experienced before. Sometimes, relationships with longtime friends or family members become challenging. People might say, "You've really changed," or "You never used to think this way." This happens because your vibrational frequency is shifting. You naturally gravitate toward people whose energy matches yours, while naturally creating distance from those whose vibration no longer aligns. Please don't feel guilty about this. Everyone grows at their own pace and in their own time. Your evolution doesn't mean your previous relationships were wrong. It simply means you're in different phases of soul development. Cherish the new connections while honoring old ones with gratitude and love, allowing natural distance where it feels healthy. Relationships founded on true soul. Bonds will endure through any changes you experience. Fourth sign, transformation of material values. As spiritual awakening progresses, your relationship with material possessions undergoes a profound transformation. Designer items you once craved, status symbols, prestige, and money begin to hold less appeal. Your attachment to these external markers of success naturally dissolves. Instead, you find yourself valuing experiences, learning opportunities, meaningful connections, inner peace, and soul growth. Things that can't be purchased or displayed. You might wonder, I spent so much money on that. Why don't I care about it anymore? Or, I used to desperately want that promotion, but now it seems unimportant. This shift occurs because your soul is remembering what truly matters. Material things can certainly enrich our lives, but you're understanding at a deeper level that they're tools, not destinations. You don't need to reject money or possessions entirely. Rather, you're developing a healthier relationship with them, choosing only what genuinely serves your highest good. This discernment is a sign of spiritual maturity. Fifth sign, growing trust in inner guidance. Perhaps the most beautiful aspect of awakening is learning to trust your intuition and inner voice. You begin following hunches and gut feelings that you can't logically explain, and they consistently lead you toward positive outcomes. Your heart starts knowing the answer before your mind can analyze the situation. Through repeated experiences of this inner knowing proving correct, you develop deep trust in your soul's wisdom. Something feels off about this person, though I can't say why. I'm drawn to take this path for reasons I don't understand. I have no proof, but somehow I know everything will be okay. You'll notice these intuitive insights becoming clearer and more accurate than ever before. This happens because your soul is awakening, and your channel to higher guidance is opening. Logic and common sense remain important, but you're discovering through direct experience that there's a wisdom beyond the rational mind, and you can access it, releasing fear and embracing transformation. While experiencing these changes, you might sometimes feel anxious or confused. Am I losing my mind? I want to go back to how I used to be, you might think. But remember this, just as a caterpillar must completely dissolve within its cocoon before becoming a butterfly, spiritual transformation requires the old self to dissolve so the new self can emerge. This process can feel disorienting, but it's absolutely necessary for your growth. You're becoming more beautiful, more free, and more loving than you've ever been. There's no need to fear these changes. Your soul orchestrates transformation at exactly the right timing and in exactly the right way. Trust this process and allow yourself to flow with it. Your light illuminates the world. Beloved soul, thank you for staying with me through this journey. The changes you're experiencing aren't accidental. In this time, on this earth, we need more awakened souls. Your personal awakening contributes to the evolution of collective consciousness. It's both deeply personal and profoundly sacred service. Sometimes you might feel lonely or misunderstood by those around you. But please know you're never truly alone. Around the world, countless others are walking this same path of awakening. Your transformation is beautiful, your growth is sacred, and your existence is precious. Don't doubt yourself. You're living through the miracle of soul evolution right now. Continue embracing these beautiful changes without fear. Trust that your light is making this world brighter and more loving than it was before. May your soul's journey be filled with love, joy, and endless discovery. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you.